we'll travel for vegan food.
Mom and I are going to a yoga class. Stopping at the cafe to get lunch, not a mocha. Lunch.
Uh-oh, we've got the half hound on.
You see yourself? And butter chocolate chip cookies.
Yes.
Can I eat one before dinner?
Sure.
Dinner time! Hey guys, it's about 7:30 p.m. here in upstate New York outside of my parents' house. I spent a good chunk of the day planning the next few portions of my travels. At the end of September, I've got a friend's wedding in Key West, and after that I'll begin a four-week journey on book tour stuff. I've got a book tour stop planned in Portland, Oregon, Seattle, Washington, Austin, Texas, and then I'll be at the Fargo, North Dakota Veg Fest. Following that, I'll be in Boston, probably milling around the Boston Veg Fest, and then I am going to be a guest at the annual vegan food tour in Salem, Massachusetts. If you go to salemfoodtours.com, you can learn more about that. I don't know if they have any tickets left for that one though. It's usually a relatively small group of people, but I'm really looking forward to it. I'll be kind of in ongoing travel mode from the time I leave this area at the end of September through the end of October, and then hopefully around that time I will have sorted out the next portion of the book tour stuff, which will get a little trickier because of holidays and things like that coming up. And then of course I'll be headed to Nicaragua in February for the lifestyle empowerment retreat that I'm co-hosting with my friend Grace Van Berkham. I was thinking about something earlier today that I wanted to share with you as I was beginning to think that, okay, I definitely want to do a book tour because this is my first ever book and I don't know if I'll ever write a book again, and so of course I want to go on a book tour, even if it is expensive or ridiculous. And I've heard some authors say that it's a waste of time and money because it costs more to do them than it does the benefits that you get from, you know, actually selling more books and things like that. But I often tell people, if you want something badly enough, you'll figure out a way to make it happen. And there's a part of me that's always known that that's true from the time that I embarked on the road trip itself in the fall of 2011. There was just a part of me that knew, that was contented in knowing that I was finally going down a path that felt more aligned with my intuition and my passions. Not that what I was doing before wasn't, but there was something about this idea, this journey in particular, that felt like nothing else before. And so when I was planning this book tour stuff, I was and I have been in a really tight financial place because I dedicated the last almost 4 years now to the Will Travel project and haven't monetized any of it. So in order to figure out how to make a book tour work, I came up with this idea, and I think a few of my friends as well, you know, encouraged me and suggested this too, is to find sponsors to support the travel expenses, and then I would figure out, you know, housing and feeding myself and things like that. And it seemed like such an overwhelming process. It seemed very difficult to juggle, but here I am about 10 or 15 stops or cities into the journey of the book tour, and that's a mix of speaking engagements with actual book tour stops, and now I've got 5 or 6 ahead of me, and another 6 or so that haven't been planned yet, but that I want to make happen in the next few months. I guess I'm just rambling, but I want you to know that this book tour stuff, and when I mention the book, it's not necessarily, it isn't an easy process. It's a lot of work. It's very challenging. There are a lot of moving parts, and it's overwhelming. And I am relatively type A and like to keep things in order. So if it's overwhelming for someone like me that enjoys that kind of pressure, then for other people that don't enjoy that, I can only imagine how stressful that could be. Which is why I like helping, you know, people with stuff like that too, and consulting and coaching people through projects and planning things out and breaking things up into stages that are more doable. I guess what I want to say here is thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting me over the years in these crazy ideas. Everything from living in a van and getting rid of everything that I own to your excitement and support of me writing a freaking book, you know, and to this vlog, and to making it possible for me to go on a book tour, and hopefully more things to come. I'm really hoping to take this project internationally in 2016. I feel like it's possible, and I couldn't do this without you. If there was no one who cared, if there was no one watching this, it would be so much harder to keep going, because there are days, weekly, where I question if the time and energy and effort that I put into this is worth it sometimes. And I always know that it is. You know, it's never truly a question. But your comments and your support and your emails, it might seem superficial, the whole social media thing, but at the end of the day, it is a reminder, it is an affirmation for me that what I'm doing does connect people and does help people. So thank you for reminding me that my crazy ideas and journeys aren't just soul driven for random reasons, that there's something more to it. I don't even know perhaps the length at which this will go or where it will carry me, but I cannot wait to take you with me and to continue taking you on this journey with me. I feel like it's still the early stages of a lot more to come. Whew. Now that I've said all of that, I'm gonna call it a night. Just had a delicious dinner that my mom made, and now I'm gonna go do a little bit more work before chilling and then going to bed. Thank you so much for watching, and please remember to eat well and travel often.